I'm Subu, bringing crafting to you, and today we're going to use the Artistically ink stamp set with the Artistically ink, just the one die I'm using, this beautiful one here. Oh, my sound, just let me see if there, I've taken it off now. Okay. So I'm going to use a standard card base that is your 8 1/4 by 5 7/8, scored at 4 1/8. So I've got that ready. I'm also using a piece that inside basic white that measures. I cut this a little bit smaller today than my standard size, so this is 3 7/8 by 5 5/8, so that's the one for the inside. I seem to have gone a bit funny with my camera angle. Let's see if I can put this up. I don't know whether it's going to keep going down. I'll try. Sorry about that. Okay, so to start with, I am going to make my own DSP to use on my card. So I've got a piece of A4 basic white. So just move those out of the way. So I'm going to do something similar to what I did in my having a go at it. I always have a go on a photocopied piece of paper, just to see how it turns out, and then you haven't really wasted your card if you didn't like it. So as I say, this is basic white card that I am doing this on, and I'm starting off with the lovely flower. I just love the details on this. This is Melon Mambo. That didn't quite, I don't know whether that's going to, what did I do there? Not ink it up properly, but it won't matter. Doesn't matter if it's, does that. I'm going to go over the top and cluster them together, so I'm just starting randomly. I'm just going to do cluster of 3 together, and I might do just 2 there. So this is Melon Mambo, if I haven't said, that I'm using, and I think I'll do a cluster here. Okay, so I've got my clusters done. I'm just going to do one off the corner there. I think I'm happy with that. Okay, so what I like to do is clean my stamp straight away. So that, as I say, that was Melon Mambo, and I use the Stampin' Mist. So I'm using Stampin' Mist, and of course my forget what it's called, but it's brilliant. Just a couple of squirts on there, and you stamping scrub. So you just rub that around there, clean it off. I haven't done it just now, but the best way to actually save you keep washing your, because it's washable, to save you keep washing your I can't think today. To save washing your stamp and scrub, just stamp off your extra ink that you've got on. Right, now I'm going to go in with the larger of my stamps, and I'm going to use this one. Okay, and this one's going to be in Seaside Spray. Right, I'm going to just do a few of these. So I love the Seaside Spray colour, so I'm going to put it anywhere I want to. Just filling in some of the gaps. I'll have one down in this corner. Let's put that back. One can go there. And I'll do one round there, and then I might do one up, coming down there off that corner. Okay, so I've just done a few of those. So again, I'm just going to wipe this on my stamp and scrub, and then just clean it off and go to my rose one now. So that was Seaside Spray. So I've used Melon Mambo, Seaside Spray so far. Now I'm going to use Highland Heather. So this is Highland Heather that I'm going to use now. To fill in some of these with a cluster together. You do it different every time. You never quite do the same patterns. You just do different ones. But whatever you do with this set, I just think that this set is perfect for a beginner, because you really cannot go wrong with it. I just feel it's fantastic. Just randomly stamp. Another one there. So I think I'm happy with that so far. So I'm going to clean up that one, and then I'll just close up my Highland Heather. I just love these colours. These are beautiful, beautiful colours. So now I'm going to go in and use the leaf one, and this one is going to be mint macaron. So I just think they're lovely. It doesn't matter if you go over any of your previous stamped images. I'm just basically going round and just filling in some of the white. So you can even, let's have one coming in here like that. Let's go for some coming off here, and maybe coming off there like that. And have a little bit coming in the back there. And let's do that one, and can have some coming off the side there. Let's put one going that way, coming off there. I'll have one in the middle there. So I'm just looking at where the white of my card is now, and I'm just filling in those white bits. So I'm turning my inked up image round, which is my leaves at this point in time. So I'm doing that there. I think I'm going to have some come off. Let's see there, those like that. Okay, I'm not bothered if there's white areas left at the end of it. I'm quite happy with that. So that's your leaves done. So I'll just clean up my leaves. Now if you want, you could go in with your single leaf as well. I've not done that on my I did do that on my previous one. We've also got this little tiny flower, and actually I think I am going to go in with this one. Let's see, I need to peel it off. I always put the backings back on mine, so I'm using the little one now. So I think I'm going to bring a, shall I put more purple in, or shall I put the blue in as a flower? I'm just thinking about what colour I want to bring this in as, because I've got some white areas in the green. I don't know whether to bring this in with the blue. Shall I not, or shall I bring the yellow in? I think I'm going to go for my Daffodil Delight. As I say, I didn't do this in my original one. I think I'm going to pull Daffodil Delight in as well and see what that looks like. So let's just bring that in, and let's do a cluster. See if we can get a cluster there. There. I'm going to put one in there. One there and there. So I said I wasn't bothered about the white spaces, and now I'm going in and filling those white spaces, aren't I? Never mind. So I'm having a look. Just dot a few. Let's see. I'll have one down here. I'll have another one there. No, I think I'm going to leave it at that. So I've not put too many in. So move that out of the way. Just rubbing my fingers on the stamping pad. So that's my yellow. Now what I'm going to do is the centre of these beautiful flowers. I'm just going to use a silicone mat. Let's just move that out of the way. So I'm just going to pop some glue onto my silicone mat. Let's see. So I'm just going to tip that. Sorry about the noise, it needs refilling, and I don't, that's it, I've tipped some off there. And then all I'm going to do is just use a makeup sponge, and I'm just swirling that round, and then I'm just going to dab into each of these centres of my flowers. So I'm not sure where I've done at the moment, so I'm going to use my gilded flakes, and I'm just going to put one on top and kind of pat it down, and then go through with my fingers and just pat it down and then swirl it about. Okay, so you don't use much of this at all, so I've only put a little bit. Did I do that one? Oh, that stuck a bit to that. That's okay, it all adds to the finish of it. Whoops, don't want to get too much out, that's why I didn't bring the big pot out. I've just done a little bit because it gets everywhere if you're not careful. So just go round and fill in. Right, that's as far as I got, I think. So let's move those out of the way. So I'm going to go back in now and get some more glue. I've got quite enough. Sorry, there'll be more banging to bring it down. The reason you use your silicone mat is that glue just wipes off it, so it's a great surface to actually use. So I'm just going to swirl it around and get a little bit and just do those. So I'm just going to do a little bit at a time so I can see where I am. Just putting those over the top and swirling it around, and let's put that one on there. Okay, it's great fun to work with this, so it just gives that added touch to yours. I made when we went on our, well, I say we went, it was from home. We did a retreat as demos with the company. It was called, I think it's called On Stage, and we were asked to make something with a stamp set that we got free, and I made some my own DSP, and I turned that into a box. So I made it into a box, and I went out for a meal to a friend's house on Saturday, and I always like to take a little bit of something with me. So I actually took the made box. Now originally I had put the limp bunnies in it, but having grandchildren around, I have slowly got rid of the limp bunnies. So I needed to put something else in. Well, I do like making notebooks and pens, wallets, and I've made a lovely one out of the Joy to the World set, that the paper pumpkin that unfortunately is no longer available. It's got these lovely cards that had gold on them, and I've made that. Okay, and so I actually put that inside it, but I'd made this in just photocopier paper. As I say, this is the original, and I just cut this up and I put it as lining inside the box, and it looked beautiful, really did. I was really very pleased with it. Okay, so that is our own DSP, and of course we've got now gold foil on our paper, and we're going to cut this up. So I'm just going to move that out of the way and bring back in. The gold gets everywhere, so you'll have fun. I'm going to bring back in, and also I want to look at what piece I want, because what I've done is I have cut out the die, and only on the leaves I've used Granny Apple Green, just using my sponge daubers. So Granny Apple Green has gone on this style of leaf. I have used the Mint Macaron on this style. Sorry, I'll do that again for you. So this is the Granny Apple Green that I've used on this type of leaf. I've used the Mint Macaron on this style of the leaf, and then this one I've just done Mossy Meadow. So it's just given the leaves just colour, but I've left the flowers like... Sorry, I've got my camera in a different place today, and it's annoying me because it's not in where I want it to be. Okay, so let's just move that because there'll be too many on the track. I'm wanting to go around that flower because that works. Oh, that works as well. Let's see if there's any others. So I'm looking around my sheet because I want to get the rose in with that. Actually, that works as well. So I'm just looking at where I want to cut so that it works. That works as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut. So I'm going to use my trimmer, turn it around. I'm going to cut that at 3 7/8. So I'm just going to cut that down at 3 7/8. So I've got this to work with on another project. And my card base, I'm just going to pull that down to 5 5/8. So I think this is going to work. and hope that I've chosen the right one now. So I've got another, and that on its own, you could put that on a card base, look, on its own, and that's really pretty as well. So it's mint macaron, the actual card that I'm using for the base, and then I'm going to decide which way I want it up, and that will all depend on how this is working on here. So I'm actually going to put it, I think, that way. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is pop up the actual one that let me move my trimmer out of the way, the one that I have created, my DSP. I'm going to pop it up on dimensionals to give it just something added. So I'll just grab the load of dimensionals. So don't forget, when you are using the dimensionals, that you can use all the edge pieces as well. So I'm going to turn that over and cut this, because I don't want to put thousands on. So I'm just going to cut that up, and let's just pop this. So I'm going to put one in the corner there, and one in the corner down here, and one in the corner down here, and some of my whole ones I'm going to drop down here at the sides. I've got another whole one there. I've run out of whole ones now, so I'm going to go back to doing the side ones. So I'm going to pop those on there as well, and I'm going to have a bit at the top, give it support there. Going to cut that off, so it doesn't matter that they're odd shapes, that's absolutely fine. I'm just going to give some support in the middle now to this, because I think really I should have glued my flower on first, would have been a sensible option because of pushing it down. So I'm just going to take the backs off. Have I used it all up? Just got a tiny bit that I can use on another project. So what I always say, just go round your card, and if there's any of your edges that are looking a bit rough, if you use your bone folder to smooth them out, gives you a better finish on your card. So I'm doing that, and that's okay. So I'm happy with that now. I'm going to use it that way. Just put some there, and then I'm going to pull off my bits now, and then we'll pop this on the card front. That's it. Okay, there, done. If you angle it so that you can see the light falling onto your dimensionals, you can actually see whether you've taken it all off. Now I think I'm just going to double check, was it that way? Yeah, it's that way, so I want it there. So I'm just looking to make an equal increment, sorry about my wobble, all the way round my card base. So that's just give it that little bit of dimension, and then I'm just going to dot round. So just going to dot around all of my image. Not bothered if I'm not getting it all. I'm just going to dot in just little places, so just to give some stickiness on there. Just going all over, just dotting. Okay, so I'm going to arrange it now. If any spilled over, just push it back. That's it. There we go. A few glue strings. Okay, so I'm going to position it so that I've got one of those flowers and I've got my rose as well. So just press that down. Okay, so there we go. So that is so far. I'm just going to put my, what have I done with my pin? There we go. Just going to put my pin in my glue. There we go there. Okay, so if you're not happy, you can always put a little bit more glue on. So I've got room now for a sentiment. Let's have a look what we've got. We've got hello, happy birthday, best wishes and thanks. Now that's precisely what I want, the thanks, and it's nice and big. So I'm going to bring in some of my white when I can find it. I thought I'd got a scrap bit of white, and lo and behold, I've moved it, haven't I? So just looking for any scrap really. I've found a piece of scrap here, and the thanks will fit on there nicely. So just need to clean up my my stamp on my not on my chamois, on my stamp and scrub. The words are losing me. Has anybody else found that the words are losing them as well? Because I don't know whether it's lockdown, not talking to people, or what, I just don't know, but I just seem to be losing my thoughts. Okay, so I'm going to do that thanks there. Okay, and just leave that over there, and then I'm going to fussy cut my thanks out. So I've done that in the mint macaron, so it's a beautiful font. So I'm just, you use the card, so keeping your scissors still a bit, and move your card around. Okay, and then I'm just going to spin round the corner. I'm not going to do it in too much detail, that's fine, just, it doesn't really matter if you don't get it even either really, because people tend to look at the words and the word tends to stick out. So I'm just moving it, just doing it very roughly really. So come around the corner, so move my card around the corner and take it round and make sure I've got an even curve there. If you're not happy, you can go back in with a little bit and curve it. If you're not happy, if you feel that it's got a little bit there, but that's, sorry, I'm out of camera shot again, sorry. And I'm just going to put that there. Now I've got minis, so I'm going to use my minis now to pop that up. So I'm looking to put right on the end to support it there, and have there. So I'm going to make sure I've got plenty of support on it. Okay, now you see this little bit here, I'm going to use my mini and I'm going to just cut a little bit because there's quite a thick bit here, so I'm going to cut that little corner off there, and that is going to go on that going up. I think I've cut that right size, yeah I have, so that's going to go there to support that letter. And then I've got another little curve, so I'm going to go along a little bit more, take a little bit more off, and then that can be for that one. Okay, so that can be that, and then off the backs come. As I say, tilt it towards the light and you can see the shiny backs. Once you've taken off the backing, you can see the shiny. I don't know what, you probably can't. And then we're just going to position this in the middle up from the bottom, and I'm going to just pat that down. So there's a beautiful thank you card made. And inside, so that's the outside, and we've lifted it up to give it added interest, so it's looking really, really pretty. And then inside, so I told you what sides at the beginning, so I'm just want to write some words in this, but I am going to also put some of the Artistically ink stamps on it. In fact, I am going to put with love in the inside. No, I'm not. I've changed my mind. Changed my mind, because this is a thank you card. So I've changed my mind with that. So am I going to put, I'll bring my paper back in. So am I going to do that? I think I am. I'm going to use the biggest flower and come off the end with my biggest flower. So I'll just put my thanks. I've not cleaned that, so I'll put that on this stamp there. Just make sure that your hands are clean. I'm just wiping those. So I'm going to go back to my Melon Mambo. And do it. Now, I'm going to see. So I'm going to stamp off again, and then going to do that in the corner, so it's you've got quite a nice light finish there. And on this one I am going to use the little stamp, so I'm just going to take my Melon Mambo off a minute and put my little stamp on and bring back my Daffodil Delight. Oh, I'm going to, before I get my fingers in that, I'm going to cover up my Melon Mambo, and I'm going to put a centre in my, on here, and I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to ink it up, and then I'm going to stamp it off twice too, and then put it in the centre of my flower there. I am then going to go for let's get rid of that there. I'm going to pick up my rose. I'm going to use my Highland Heather. I'm going to use my Highland Heather, ink that up, 1, 2, and then I think I'll have that going off there. So I've got the 2 there, and let's see if we can do a leaf on here, or shall we leave it? No, I think I'm going to go for a leaf. So let's pop that out of the way and bring back in the leaf. So I want my mint macaron. We'll do mint macaron and ink that up well, and then go 1, 2, and I'm going to pop that right there. So that's my bit for inside. So we'll put that on now. So let's take that out of the way and make sure my fingers are clean. So here's the card, and then we're going to open that up, and I'm going to remove this just in case, turn it over. So I'm going to glue on the back of my insert, just all the way around the edge, and then that will be ready for me to write my thank you. So go there and just get equal increments all the way round. When you're happy, just commit, and there we go. So that's the inside, and then you have got your beautiful card on the outside. So hope you like that. Thank you very much for watching. Do appreciate that you stopped by to watch me. Please watch me again, I'd love that. If you are watching from YouTube, please subscribe and press the notification bell so that you won't miss any of my future uploads. If you like the products that I'm using today and haven't got a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. And you can click the link back to my Facebook business page to use my shop, and you get rewards for shopping with me if you spend £20 or more. Currently in August the 3rd, celebration will be happening, which means if you spend £45 you will be getting free celebration products out of the book, which I will be showing you when I've got some. I've just placed an order in, so mine are on the way to me, so I've got 1 or 2 products that are free to show you. If you would like to become a demonstrator, I would love you on my team. So please message me and I will help you join my team. You don't have to video, you can just be a shopping discount shopper. I have got a discount shopper on my team currently who's enjoying getting discount products. So thank you very much. Do appreciate that you've watched me. Stay safe, stay well. Bye for now.